Today we're talking about something super unsexy but also super cool and super useful. It's crazy how it can be all of it. But as revealed by the FunPimps during the recent development stream, the block shapes have gotten a huge update along with the shape selector. So before I show what they've said, what does this all mean? Well, in short, we're getting 1,000 block shapes per material. Actually, I think it was something like 1,200 plus. And all will be available not just in creative, but also in survival. So all those funny shapes you probably could not build with, except for in the level editor previously. Yep, party on. Are you enjoying my Alpha 20 content? It would really help if you hit that like button and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Big thanks if you do that. But let's hear from the FunPimps themselves as they explain how this works.
If you just open up the creative menu, that would probably be a good place to start. So as you can see here, we've revamped the creative menu, organized everything into different categories there on the left-hand side. You've got the different shape menu icons up at the top there. You got the different categories of wood and brick and so on and so forth. Then you get the props mostly for level design. Then you got the user props and then the user items. Try to organize these into subcategories as well. So you got like construction, destruction, electrical. You've even got, residential, commercial, and industrial, doors and windows, things like that. And then if you click on the, say wood at the top left there, and basically what you'll see is every shape in the game. You can see right there in this version there's 1,201 total shapes. So we have, wood, cobble, corrugated metal, concrete, steel, cloth, and then we still have in the last category there, we have the brick and the awning pieces, as well as the regular frames. From there, if you were to just in the creative menu, just type in VAR. Yeah, if you close out the creative, yeah, that's fine. All right, so basically, if you hit Shift R or if you hold R, you'll get the radial menu, and it will allow you to select a shape. This is the screen that the player will see, and you can tell that it's laid out almost like the creative menu, but this is for the shapes only. And what you'll do is you'll collect wood, you'll craft a frame shape, and then with that variable helper block that's in your toolbar, you can then select any shape in the game. The frame shapes are a little different than the frames that you're used to. They're no longer a see-through like 2x4 style frame. They're more of a box style frame, and those will then be placed. You can kind of lay out your base, you can pick them up, put them back down, change the shape of them if you want, and then you can finally upgrade them to wood, cobble, and so on. We hope this isn't too much of a change for you guys, but I know with the people that have been playtesting so far, everybody's loving it. Just the variety of shapes are amazing. Still adding more as we go over the next couple of weeks. Can't wait for you guys to get it.
Wow, I have to say it again. Wow, this is amazing. A huge problem we had previously was that if you wanted a particular shape, chances are you could not use it in survival. And even when it did exist, you might have first had to craft it in wood, then upgrade to cobble, then to concrete, then to reinforced concrete, then to steel. It was a mess. There were a lot of things that you could craft in wood frames, but you couldn't do it in rebar frames. Oh, it was just terrible. Now you'll be able to craft it directly from whichever material you choose, seems to be wood, cobble, concrete or steel, and place it down. Now they actually, in the video, actually shows this brick. Maybe they're confused about the brick and cobblestone. We'll see. But anyway, you still can craft them in the high level material, but it's really probably recommended to make it in wood because that allows you to place it, pick it up, place it down, change the shape, and then only then upgrade it when you're happy with it, because this seems to be not possible with the higher material versions. So what's the downside to all of this? Well, there are a few. Wet concrete is now gone. Well, that's maybe not a downside, but I kind of liked it. Reinforced concrete also seems to be gone. So there has been some simplification in the amount of materials. Want even more info? Here's a few quickfire items from the Q&A sessions.
All right, we had one from the comments earlier, I guess when you were showing the variable helper block, and asked if it was only in wood or can you start with concrete. The answer is yes. Any material that you can craft with is a craftable block. So of course that's the wood, either the wood frame or the regular wood, cobblestone, concrete, steel. Those are the upgrade options that you have now. Somebody said, will we be able to craft the new spiral stairs? Absolutely. From the forums, we got a couple of questions. Somebody said, if you make a concrete block in the mixer, can you choose a ramp shape for placement? And when you set it down, it will be the frame that needs to be upgraded. No. There are no more rebar frames. There are no more wet concrete. If you make a concrete variable block, it goes down as ready to go dry concrete. Are frames only for starting at wood and upgrading from there? That is correct. That's the kind of like your day one. You go make some frames, place them down, you're good to go and start upgrading. You can get, cobblestone and concrete mix and then make the variable helper blocks from there. And somebody had asked rebar frames. No, rebar frames are gone. Wet concrete's gone. Are materials HP rebalanced since they don't downgrade anymore? Yes, they've pretty much been buffed all the way up from wood to steel.
This means while we have a streamlined upgrade system with no downgrading, the blocks have been rebalanced health point wise to account for different materials no longer existing. I personally loved having both concrete and reinforced concrete, as I think it made sense. Often I would just build a load-bearing walls with reinforced concrete and fill in the walls with concretes to fail first. That does not seem like it's possible anymore, but we'll have to see how that turns out during actual survival gameplay. I do worry that we won't have the rebar frames to build with, as those were great. You place it down, pick it up, change it, and only upgrade it when you are ready to go. So building directly to concrete might be a huge pain, as you will no longer be able to lay things out, then upgrade when you're satisfied. You can still do it by going wood and upgrading all the way, but that is a pain and a waste of material as well. It is good experience though, so that's what some people have been doing even previously. But a final tidbit before I close out.
Somebody does say, will the HP of blocks vary by shape or the HP based on material? For the most part, it's material, but there are a couple shapes that have a lower HP.
Well, that was really weird. We'll have to look around and figure out which block shapes are of a material but have less hit points. Maybe poles and plates because we've been abusing them? Who knows? That's it. See you tomorrow, Survivor.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.